Hello, everyone, and welcome to a journey into the world of extraordinary woodcraft. We begin with a breathtaking masterpiece that immediately commands respect and admiration, an intricately carved double dragon sculpture resting atop a trio of large gourd-shaped forms. This is not merely a wooden artwork. It is a profound representation of cultural symbolism, mythical power, and artisanal mastery, all united in a single piece. The first thing that captures the eye is the stunning detail of the twin dragons. Every scale, claw, and strand of whisker has been brought to life with unbelievable precision. The dragons are not static. They are in motion, entwined in a dance of cosmic power, their bodies twisting in dynamic curves, each movement frozen in time. The open mouths, sharp teeth, flared nostrils, and intense gazes create a visual intensity that evokes both reverence and awe. Their limbs grip the rounded gourd-like forms below with force, anchoring them to the earthly realm while their heads stretch toward the sky, suggesting a bridge between heaven and earth. The base on which they rest is equally impressive. The three rounded spheres appear to represent the three fortunes or symbolic gourds, often used in Asian art to signify prosperity, health, and protection. The natural burls of the wood, with their textured and speckled patterns, are not defects but treasures, carefully selected and enhanced to bring out the organic beauty and uniqueness of each section. These burls add depth, personality, and a sense of movement to the base, making it feel alive and in harmony with the dragons above. What truly elevates this piece is the craftsmanship. This is not a sculpture that was rushed or improvised. It is the result of hundreds of hours of dedication, vision, and disciplined handwork. The artist behind this masterpiece clearly possesses a deep respect for traditional Asian mythology and an intuitive understanding of the material. Every curve of the dragon's bodies follows the grain of the wood, maximizing both strength and visual flow. The contrast between the finely detailed dragons and the raw burled base creates a perfect balance of refinement and nature. This piece would be a centerpiece in any serious collection, not only for its visual impact, but for the stories it carries. It is an expression of balance between heaven and earth, power and grace, chaos and harmony. The symbolism of dragons guarding the fruit of abundance speaks to protection, good fortune, and the eternal cycle of blessings. In conclusion, this magnificent carving is more than just decor. It is a story, a prayer, and a celebration of craftsmanship and myth. For collectors, admirers of Asian art, or anyone who values the voice of tradition told through wood, this piece is an unforgettable opening to a journey of artistic excellence. We are honored to begin with such an extraordinary work. Stay with us. There is so much more beauty to come.
bình thường tôi không muốn mình phát triển trên mọi miền tôi xin thái đi một chút người đã không cần chuyện đó hoa đến người và thân điều đó anh thường có thể tôi cũng không sao đến điều đấy tôi nhiều vài lý do để còn phải không phải nên đã làm không thể sao vậy trên đường hoa mới sẽ tiếp tục công ty của một tôi chắc như vậy là mới bắt đầu công việc bắt đầu
sống vui vẻ. Em gái của tôi đã làm gì có lỗi mà phải tỏ sang diệt cái quỷ, tìm là giúp đàn nào sống cho con gái. Mỗi lần em về nhà họ ở thì họ tìm cách bắt linh hồn của em, đánh đổi linh hồn trang bị rằng xinh đẹp hoa để đàn ông đó mới phải nói. Các em hãy tự mình tìm hiểu xem có đúng không.
Tức sẽ tâm binh vào quỷ sai, tìm kiếm linh hồn của Việt cấp. Và người thác cô chỉ biết cấp tốc đầu xi tay, hãy cứu đến bố của mình. Cái đàn ông liền nói, ông ấy sẽ ăn no trong bản thân của ông là gì chứ, biết chỉ cần 4 thôi. Thế rồi linh hồn toan tiếp lại tiếp hoa, nhưng do bị lắc buộc không chí. Nhưng mà khi đứa này phải đến buộc em không có như vậy, thì quả thật là không được bình thường. Có thường chẳng có một chút sự sống, nhưng mà vẫn luôn, cái đã nuôi bổ trong nhạc không khí, tất cả đều do những con cái ngu ngốc mà quấy ông nhạc khí, khi lần này nhiều người họ sự, sau đó sẽ chuyển thành sao? Thì theo vậy thêm vậy cực kỳ hay, từ đó ông thường tổ chức một buổi không gia đình, khi mọi người theo một ý nghe cho nói như vậy, liền với nhau cất lời để đến mặt cha, cha, xin cho mình buồn nữa, anh này mất rồi thì con sẽ chăm sóc cho cha, con xin hứa rằng lại chọn Vinh không thể làm được, cơ sở dựng nên núi sở quá rồi kính công bọc biển, đằng xứ miên man, thì vang liền kinh động, khiến cho thu dậy không, có cả kinh động hay là kinh động. Tôi nghĩ rằng vào trong bụng, nhưng mà dường như cái gốc im lặng, thì đến cả bụng đó cũng im lặng theo chuyện, hồn ma làm chuyện, hồn tác phẩm mới của các giặc là đây, là cái gì chúng tôi sẽ cả này giới thiệu ở đầu khi các bạn nghe, chỉ trong làng thủy ưng, dòng họ của ông Quân được xem là sinh tổ của kinh ngày xưa. Thì những năm đất nước còn là chế độ phong kiến, chiếu theo cụ cho nên vẫn còn nhiều gia đình duy trì cho đến tại hôm nay. Cho nên ông Quân đang ngồi trước nhà của người bạn thì nhân tại đình, khi những ánh mắt không hiểu sự giúp việc không biết là ông Quân như thế nào, không biết những người đó ra nó nên không hoàn hoãn, nhưng khi nào chưa đủ được thời gian, cho ngày sẽ qua bên đấy thằng con, với lại chào hỏi gia đình thằng con trong phòng nhé. Vâng ạ, ngày cái tin này sẽ mừng lắm, người thân bà con nước mà thôi. Thì các giấu giúp người sẽ khóc tổ xa rồi đem đi tìm họ. Như vậy tôi rời khỏi đến phức tạp hơn. Công ty được cái chuyện này, cái đó này nghĩ là mày làm như vậy đấy, không sao đâu mẹ, mẹ cứ giúp con đi, con sẽ bảo con đưa mẹ đi mua sắm là được rồi. Và tôi cũng bất ngờ bởi cái môi trường này cũng sập sệ sự thật lắm. Thì nếu như giờ còn cảm thấy mà thắm thị trường thì cũng đủ biết.
This remarkable wooden table is a true celebration of nature's raw beauty, fused with human creativity. Inspired by the elegant shape of a violin, this handcrafted piece redefines the boundaries between functional furniture and sculptural art. The first thing that draws attention is its unique form. A tabletop meticulously carved to resemble the graceful curves of a violin's body, complete with smooth edges and refined proportions. This is not just a table. It is a conversation starter, a tribute to the harmony between craftsmanship and natural form. What makes this piece even more exceptional is how the tabletop seamlessly blends into the base, which appears to be a raw, untouched tree root. The contrast between the polished top and the rugged organic base is visually arresting. It tells a story, one of transformation, where nature's wildness meets the precision of human hands. The table legs, carved delicately to complement the flowing structure, elevate the piece from rustic to refined, from raw wood to functional elegance. The finish on the tabletop is nothing short of exquisite. The wood grain has been brought to life with a high gloss polish that enhances the natural golden hues and subtle knots in the wood. Light dances across the surface, emphasizing the warmth and richness of the material. It's clear that every step of the finishing process was done with care and intention, allowing the personality of the wood to shine through rather than be masked. Another element worth noting is the natural integration of color. The edges near the tree base retain deeper, reddish-brown tones, while the table's top glows with lighter amber shades. This gradient effect adds depth and character, making the piece feel alive, as though it still breathes with the essence of the forest it once belonged to. Beyond its beauty, the table offers a reflection on sustainable design. By incorporating a reclaimed tree root into the piece rather than discarding it, the artist honors the full life of the tree. Instead of producing uniform, manufactured legs, the base remains wild and organic, reminding us that imperfection often holds the most beauty. The potted plants placed on top only reinforce this message, a quiet nod to growth, life, and the ever-evolving relationship between humans and nature. This artwork is not merely decorative, it is symbolic. It bridges the past and present, the forest and the home, the wild and the refined. It invites the viewer to slow down, to appreciate the grains in the wood, the curves of the violin, and the wisdom in old roots. For those who see furniture as more than utility, who believe in storytelling through design, this piece stands as a testament to craftsmanship at its highest level. In every line, every finish, every knot, this table sings a quiet song, a melody of nature, memory, and the hands that shape beauty from wood. In the heart of nature's embrace, this wooden vase stands as a bold and elegant statement of artistry and design. From first glance, it is clear that this piece was crafted with not only technical precision, but also an artistic spirit that dared to blend tradition with modern flair. Its slender silhouette and smooth curves follow the classical form of a traditional vase, yet it boldly departs from predictability with a striking pattern of contrasting black inlays, almost like brushstrokes slicing across the surface. The wood itself seems to glow from within, showcasing warm amber tones that shift gently into deeper reds and golds as the grain moves across the form. The natural luster is enhanced by a high polished finish that brings out the intricate textures embedded in the wood. One can tell that hours, if not days, were spent sanding, shaping, sealing, and polishing every inch of the surface to achieve this level of refinement. What immediately captures the viewer's eye are the dramatic black accents that curve across the vase's body. These aren't random markings. They are deliberate, bold, and add a sense of motion to the otherwise still object. They resemble tiger stripes or the flow of ink in calligraphy. The interplay between the dark and light elements is not only visually compelling but also deeply symbolic. It tells a story of balance, of harmony between opposites, between wildness and order, between nature and human hand. The shape of the vase is elegant and controlled, with a slight swelling at the belly and a gentle tapering toward both the top and base. The neck transitions smoothly into a small rounded knob at the top, a thoughtful finishing touch that completes the form. Despite its contemporary styling, the piece retains a sense of timelessness, making it equally fitting for a minimalist home or a traditional setting. Placed against a backdrop of green foliage and blooming purple flowers, the vase becomes even more vivid. It is not just an object on display. It is part of a conversation between nature and craft. The contrast between the organic environment and the polished perfection of the vase emphasizes the artist's ability to honor nature while reshaping it into something new. Moreover, this sculpture challenges the viewer to look beyond functionality. While shaped like a vase, it is unlikely to be used for flowers or water. It is a symbol, a sculptural form meant to be contemplated. It invites viewers to reflect on the nature of beauty, craftsmanship, and how raw material, when met with vision and discipline, can transcend its original form. In conclusion, this wooden vase is more than just decor. It is a triumph of form and finish, a bold interplay of shadow and light, smoothness and strength. It reflects not only the character of the wood, but the soul of the craftsman behind it. This piece doesn't just stand, it speaks. At first glance, this wooden vase commands attention not through flamboyance but through elegance and poise. Standing tall and slender, it resembles a graceful figure frozen in motion, as if it's gently swaying in the wind. The elongated neck, narrow body, and flared rim come together in a silhouette that feels simultaneously modern and timeless. There is a softness in its vertical curve, one that suggests both delicacy and strength. The most striking feature of this piece is undoubtedly the natural grain pattern that dances across its surface. Unlike artificial designs, these organic swirls and eye-shaped knots are gifts from nature, revealed and celebrated by the craftsman's careful shaping and polishing. The wood's deep golden brown tone, highlighted with darker accents, gives the piece depth and texture, making it seem alive. Each twist in the grain tells a silent story of time, of growth, of resilience. It is as if the tree itself continues to speak through this transformed form. The finish is smooth and reflective, giving the piece a subtle sheen that elevates its aesthetic while preserving the tactile richness of the wood. It invites the observer to not only look, but to touch, to trace the lines, and to feel the warmth beneath their fingers. The light reflects off the curves gently, emphasizing the vase's sculptural quality. This is not simply a functional vessel. It is a decorative work of art. Placed against the backdrop of a raw industrial workshop, the vase's elegance becomes even more pronounced. The contrast between the rustic setting, metal grills, cement floor, work tools, and the refined beauty of the vase highlights the artist's skill in creating something truly refined from a raw, natural material. It serves as a reminder that beauty is not always born in pristine conditions. Sometimes it is carved, shaped, and polished out of the roughest environments. The vase's proportions are carefully balanced. The base is just wide enough to offer stability, while the middle narrows elegantly before widening again at the lip. This balance between structure and flow makes it pleasing to the eye from every angle. Its simplicity is deceptive. It takes great mastery to create something this minimal, yet emotionally evocative. What also stands out is the absence of distraction. There are no added colors, patterns, or embellishments. The artist chose to let the wood speak for itself. In doing so, they showed reverence for the material and confidence in their craftsmanship. It's a powerful statement that beauty, when uncovered with skill and love, doesn't need to be loud. It simply needs to be true. In conclusion, this tall wooden vase is a celebration of form, material, and craftsmanship. It is an object of quiet power, standing not to dominate a room, but to uplift it. With every glance, it reveals new details, new knots, new shades, new reflections of light. It reminds us of nature's capacity for beauty and the human hand's ability to honor and enhance that beauty through art.